There's all this super scaremongering going on about the coronavirus, people. What is going on? The whole world, it's like that it's the world is about to end tomorrow. It's like that. So all this going on online, on the news, on every channel, every country. Ya salam, ya salam. And on that, here we're having some professional advice right here on how to handle it.
Start working on not touching your face, because one main way viruses spread is when you touch your own mouth, nose, or eyes.
Is it like this? Meanwhile, people, I came across this. I thought I have to share this.
I am going to China to go and deal with coronavirus.
Here was a pastor.
I am going prophetically to destroy coronavirus.
Amen.
I am going to China. I want to destroy coronavirus.
I want you to destroy it.
Give me children there. Give me children there. Where there's a prophet, people will not die. When there's a prophet, people will not die.
It's going to
I
end it,
cannot
people.
be a prophet. I am in this world, and China is dying.
The pastor. And unfortunately, he went to China and he got rushed to hospital because he caught the coronavirus. And to top it off, people, India has come up with its own solution. This is past the watershed. I'm sorry I had to share that, people. But there you go. This is what is going on.
गोमूत्र और गोबर का यूज किया तो कभी भी कौन सी भी बैक्टीरिया नहीं आता है। सर्व रोग निवारणी, सर्व बैक्टीरिया वो पूरा अच्छी गोबर का स्नान करना है। बोलो गौ माता की जय, बोलो गौ माता की जय,
वाह वाह वाह
जय,
वाह 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 वाह. Coronavirus. So this is how coronavirus spreads, people. I mean, I don't seem to be understanding what is going on with the people around the world. I'm serious about this. There seems to be this ridiculous kind of scare. Everybody's coming up with their own solutions at the same time. They feel that they figured it out. You've got, I've just shared some of these. There was something I heard by Boris Johnson today saying that, one theory is, how about we don't put any measures in place and just let everybody catch it? That the immune system will just get so strong and it'll just take over. I thought, ما هذا ما هذه الترهات, people. What is going on? What is going on? So and then you've got there's some Islamic people, some Islamic people. I saw a Islamic quote today saying that Ibn Kathir, Allah, the one who's the son of not Ibn Khalil. He's not the son of a few, he's the son of many. Ibn Kathir. How he got away with that name in his lifetime, I've got no idea. Somebody with that name today, they would be bullied like the son of many. That's what he's basically called, son of many. They're like, everybody's got one dad. Where's the son of many? That's his name. I'm not saying he was the son of many. People get too worked up. They get too offended. They're like, Ibn Kathir. Relax. He's from the 8th century. He's just a normal scholar. He's not a prophet. On that note, Ibn Kathir, I was reading about, I spoke about the Fadak issue previously. And those of you that haven't watched it, I've got a great overview. And it's interesting, just in case you got offended, it reminded me, Ibn Kathir's comments on Fatima radiallahu anha, very offensive. I was shocked, actually. When speaking about her, he says that her behavior towards, after the death of the Prophet, her behavior is inexcusable, he says. And you think, he says she has no excuse. And he basically says, I don't, who does she... like, what? How on earth could she behave the way she did? As in, with the whole fadak and the inheritance issue, and I've covered it in detail. And he says that how could she question Abu Bakr? And he says, "Wa innaha." This is his word. Wa innaha imra'atun min al-bashar, laysat rajiyat al-isma. He says, "Who is she? After all, she's just a human. She's not like no prophet or something." And I thought, whoa, what the hell got into Ibn Kathir? 700-800 years later, that he's so worked up about this. Anyway, so somebody was quoting Ibn Kathir saying, he gave the perfect solution for the plague. And that was, in their time, there was a plague. And the way they resolved it is they went around and destroyed all the musical instruments. Allah, Allah, Allah. And in turn, Allah then said, since they've destroyed the musical instruments, can't really argue with that one, can we? Nope. I think it's about time we pull back the virus and the plague. What do you say? This is why Muslims have become a laughing stock as well. So it's not like we are so behind these kind of, when you're seeing these suggestions being made about like some of the Hindus saying, why don't you get cow dung and just rub it all over yourself, and it fights the bacteria. And you've got the Christian pastor saying, I will go to Wuhan, China, and do this. And you've got Muslims saying basically what we need to do is just stop sinning. Okay, and by sin they mean music, which is not a sin, by the way. I've got a detailed video explaining music is not haram. But that's what they mean, that why don't we just stop listening to music? Naturally, the coronavirus is going to be like, well, guys, since there's no music, I mean, do you want to go and infect a bunch of people where there's no music being played? Not me. The SARS maybe, MERS, swine flu, bird flu maybe, but not us. Ya salam, ya salam. May Allah guide us, grant us intellect. Seriously, that is what is needed. That's what we're missing. We're missing the voice of reason. Meanwhile, this coronavirus thing has scared so many people. And I want to say something here. I'm actually very disappointed in the official services, like the government services, who are not announcing or not really emphasizing the fact that so many people have actually recovered from it completely. This is just like a strong flu. That's all it is. Yes, if people have underlying health issues, strong health issues, and they are especially elderly people, then it could develop into a pneumonia and it could be fatal for them. But then pneumonia in and of itself is fatal. I mean, so many people with weak immune systems die around the world with a regular flu. So it's, in essence, I mean, you can go on YouTube and watch some of the interviews of some of the people who've been through coronavirus. And there's one about the person who was aboard the ship. And he speaks about, and he seems like he must be in his 60s or something, or late 50s, 60s. And he speaks about it and explains that, yeah, it was a strong flu, that, fever that he had for maybe a couple of days, and that's it. It's not, and they never gave him anything. He actually says they gave him nothing, so he just had to survive off Gatorade or whatever it is, these energy drinks. And so the way they're freaking people out, and the fact that 50% of all the people have fully recovered, and the bulk of the remaining people are on their way to recovery, and it's only had something like a 2% of fatalities, and those fatalities, 95 if not more percent of them were people who were very old, frail, and already had health complications. So I'm not saying that, people shouldn't be cautious about this and we shouldn't be, very wary. But what I'm saying is that the government doesn't seem to be sharing it doesn't seem to be emphasizing this information that, look, people have recovered. The feeling out there is that if you catch it, it's a death sentence. This is the feeling. And that is not true categorically. So, and I know Basil is asking, we don't know the long-term effects. True, but I mean, it is in essence, you know, it's not something that is... it is a virus like many other viruses that the immune system has caught up with. It's not... I'm not saying it's a good thing to get, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying the way they're freaking everybody out. Inaya has asked a question.